Man, now I know you guys have heard the name Leticia Stauch or Stauch, right? I probably made like one or two videos on her, but I didn't really realize how messed up this lady really was. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Miss Leticia Stauch, and I gotta tell you, it's a crazy one. So having stepchildren is always a interesting thing, you know. Maybe you don't really care about the kid, or maybe you're just in it for the buns, you know what I mean? That can happen, you know. But guess what? When you get married to somebody who has kids, they become your stepchild. Now, Miss Leticia claims to have lost her stepson, right? When in reality, she's the one who pretty much had a hand in making the kid disappear in the first place. So we have an interrogation video that I want to cover. It's a crazy interrogation video. I watched some of it because it's super long, so we're going to be skipping through it. And if you guys want me to do like a full 3-hour version of the interrogation, for sure let me know. But it's pretty wild. Without further ado, I'm gonna get us up in here. Make sure you guys get the beverages you guys need. I shout out all my Patreon members who support the channel every single day. Shout out my YouTube members who support the channel every single day. I love you guys, man. And shout out to all 12,000 and some of my YouTube subscribers. You guys are beautiful. You guys are awesome. And if you're new here, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We talk about crime. Let's get into this thing.
That's how we hug. I just need you to face that way for me.
I wasn't sure if you needed me.
Yeah, go ahead and just put your arms out for me and
Okay.
just separate your legs slightly for me.
Okay.
There you go. Nothing that's gonna like poke me or anything. Like you're not diabetic or anything, are you?
No, no.
Okay. Just a phone. Okay. Anything in your purse? Just not like. Okay.
No guns in the purse, none of that.
Perfect. Thank you. Alright, if you just want to have a seat on the couch.
All right, so this is Miss Stauch, and from the very start of the interrogation, I would be nervous. They're already searching me. I don't know if they do that everywhere. I've never seen that personally. Maybe they started the video a little earlier, but they're already patting her down. Okay, let's get into this thing.
Tamales and a breakfast burrito and stuff.
I would love that. I haven't eaten.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Did you get some sleep?
I haven't eaten today.
Oh my goodness. Do you want something to eat? I've got some stuff.
I would love that.
What would you like? I've got some pizza hot pockets and some tamales and a breakfast burrito.
Pizza Hot Pockets would be good. But,
Did she say tamales? She said some tamales. It's tamales. Come on, guys. I actually had a tamale today. I got to work bright and early. Wasn't really feeling it. Wasn't really digging it. Chef walked up to me. He's like, Fitz, I have some tamales on the inside there. I was like, oh, say what? Man, it was some spicy ass tamales, man. That shit was fire. Anyways, everybody go support your local Mexican restaurant. Go buy some tamales, man. That shit it'll get you right. It'll throw some meat on the bones.
Late. I don't.
No, we can get you something.
Okay.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah. Let me get that started for you. I have like Coke and Sprite and like apple juice. Do you want something like that?
Do you have diet?
We searched high and low
Okay,
for
I'll
diet,
just take
and there's
the
no
regular.
diet.
I'll
Like,
take
This lady's like, do you have diet? Ma'am, you are a criminal. Who I'm not even gonna spoil it for those who don't know, but she pretty much offed her fucking stepson. Like, bro, you are a criminal asking for diet because you don't like the regular girl. Please.
Oh, thank you. All the vending machines are even sold out. Thank you so much for getting that.
yeah, absolutely. Here's my card, just so
Okay.
you have it, so I don't forget later. And I'll get that.
Okay.
So that's my partner, Detective Houston. I know you saw Mark with me yesterday. I work with a couple different people.
Okay. So you're like in charge of.
No, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm in charge.
Yeah.
It's just, we all pitch in and help out where we can. So Mark helps me whenever I'm out and about, and Kat helps me whenever I'm here.
Right.
So she's gonna be hanging out with us. And I also have something going on. So if this ends up going over, which
Right.
is totally fine, I just want you to know who Kat is
Okay.
and that. So I'm just gonna go through my normal spiel with you.
Okay.
I know that we talked last night, but because you're in here in the police building, I want you to know certain things. Okay.
Right.
Now, keep in mind, before we really delve in, however you guys want to say it, this lady right here said that somebody kidnapped her son. That was one of the stories. She goes from a kidnapping to him running away to she goes into all types of stories as to why her stepson is missing. I just want to throw that out there, give you a little seasoning, a little spice.
So first of all, you're in here voluntarily. You can leave.
Okay.
You just have to let me know that you want to leave.
Right.
Because I need to escort you out of the building.
Okay.
Okay? If there's ever a time that you need to take a break, you need the bathroom, you need more water, you're still hungry, whatever it is, let me know. Okay? I can't read your mind, so I need you to let me know what's going on with you, so that I can help you. Okay? Because the whole purpose of this, of us talking, is to gather some information. And I
have a question about that. I understand that. I know it's recording and all that. It's totally fine. But does that usually stay within the courts and stuff like that? And I'm just asking.
Yeah. So this
because I'm gonna have to tell you some very personal things.
Okay. And that's
it's crazy how she said, is that going to be in the court or is it going to be public? Because I have some really, ma'am, listen, this is broadcasted across the fucking globe. That is crazy. And you know what the officer is going to say? Oh, well, our common practice isn't to normally release this type of document. Man, full of shit. This is why you don't listen to the police, bro. They lie to you. She was like, yeah, it's not common policy that we release interrogation. Ma'am, you guys release everything. Get out of here. Come on, stop it. Miss Leticia, shout you out. If she's ever watching my YouTube channel from prison, shout you out, girl. You fucked up. Shout you out. Hell yeah. I know she'd be watching them law and crime channels in prison. She might run across this video. You never know.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah,
and so it is not our common practice to go and be releasing stuff like that. Also, another little admin thing that I do just to sort of kind of cover my butt whenever I have people in here talking is to go over a Miranda waiver. It doesn't mean that you're in trouble. It's just because you're in a police station, and I want you to be absolutely certain of your rights. Right. Okay?
Yeah, okay. So she got patted down. She got rubbed all down. Anything gonna poke me? Are you diabetic or anything? Now you're getting sweetly read your Miranda rights, ma'am. Wake up. Wake up. They think you're the criminal. Oh yeah, we're just gonna read you these rights just because. No. It's just because we're in the interrogation room, we're in the police room, it's fine. We just gotta read this to you because no, you're not in trouble. You're not in trouble. I'm just reading this to you so that we can lock you up. That's why. Now they're reading that so that everything she says from here on out they can use against her.
So I'm going to go over that with you right now.
Okay, so we're going to skip over that right now. And basically they initiate her.
And he really got a little bit more burned than he should have. So I was freaking out because it's he's going to kill me. And Gannon was like, it's okay. And there was blood. And he had on his arms. And as it was peeling, and I should have called.
Where did he have blood at?
I should have called the hospital and just asked, I don't know enough about burns, but I should have called the hospital and just asked, I made a mistake. I didn't.
So basically right now she's just explaining that there was an injury, you know what I mean, with the kid, this and that. But the main point is that the carpet got messed up, right? This is a whole elaborate story. So the carpet got messed up in this process. Now this is gonna come in very key later on.
Didn't see anything going on. Then it started saying fire, 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 fire. It kept saying fire.
Oh wow.
So and I thought it was you know how so there's sensors for your fire alarm and then there's sensors for your alarm.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just going to everything trying to ban it while it was going off because
I was thinking kitchen, fire, nothing's wrong, whatever. So I was putting like towels over some of the sensors because I thought that was like monitoring the fire thing, whatever. And then I realized it kept going and going. So then I see smoke coming up from the downstairs. So I run downstairs, and my idea of a big fire is anything that I see on fire pretty much, and there's smoke. You know, that's just because I grew up in the country, so, you know, like, I remember bonfires and, like, things like that, you know. So there was smoke coming up through the basement. So the basement has, so, like, you walk down the basement, there's a sofa and stuff over here. It was coming up through the basement. So I, like, run back up the stairs, go grab Lane, and luckily, my point telling you about her being not a rough sleeper, she woke right up. So she woke back up, and I like, almost, like, grabbed her, and I was like, get up, get up, get up, get up. I said, I gave her the keys. I said, can you go, I don't remember the exact order, but I said something along the lines of, can you go take the dogs to Daddy's truck and sit there and wait?
Right.
So I don't remember the order of how we all ran out the house, but I know that at that point I did. She ran out, and I can't remember if I ran out to make sure they got the truck or if she ran out by herself. I don't remember that part, but I do know that I know that they had gotten in the truck. I came back inside, run back downstairs, and that's when I was trying to get Gannon, because I couldn't get, I didn't know how to get everybody at once. So my main thing was to get the front people out, you know, and then go. So then I ran back downstairs to get Gannon. And then the fire was on the floor over here, then on the sofa. So I'm pretending this is the sofa and this is our floor. So it was right here and right here. And I saw the candle that was over here. So there was covers everywhere because the kids always get on them about, they leave a lot.
But, I mean, all you can take from this is that Gannon and the kids were, you know, fucking around, probably. They hit the candle, and it causes the fire. Now, in my mind, I feel like this is probably true. That little segment of what she's saying is true, but I think she got mad and lost it. That's just my assumption. But anyway, her story is that the candle gets knocked over, the rug catches on fire, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so she rescues the kids. Now, you have to fix the carpet, right? Because what she says, her husband is, you know, Mr. Freak out about everything. Cool.
So here I am. I know it's not, you know, about me, but as a person, I was feeling horrible that I didn't call Albert to say, you know, they're like this. So I told him, I said, okay, listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to put some, like, aloe on your arms, you know, and things like that. And I was like, it's going to be okay. We're going to fix it. We're going to, you know, and all I kept thinking about was we're going to fix it. And I don't know in my mind how I was going to fix it as far as he wasn't in pain. He wasn't saying, like, I'm hurting or anything like that. He was more of, like, peeling it. Like, you know, like, it was, like, almost like it was, like, a boil. Am I saying the right word? Boil? Like, blister? Like a blister. So I'm saying like it was pulling a blister, you know. Okay. So there was blood, and then so I'm like holding him, and I had blood on me. And when I say blood, let me explain to you. I don't mean like dripping out, pouring everywhere blood. So let me not like give you that thought process, because sometimes when I say, like, if I say flames, to me I'm like, this is a big flame, you know. So there was.
Yo, she's giving me super nervous vibes. But let's get to this point where I want to make.
So I was just so like freaked out. So I was like, we'll just clean it up. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out.
Where's the blood at?
So the blood was on his arms, on his like sheet that he had, which we washed the sheet. So it was on his sheet. It was on his arms, and he had some on like his arm had, I guess, from like sleeping or whatever. He had some on the wall. So we cleaned up everything. I put like garnish the. Am I saying the right? Garnish like the wrap thing. So I just put a little bit of wrap thing, and I was like, we'll check it with the aloe and see if it gets better. Because my next thing was, I'm gonna assess the situation in so many hours, and if it looks, because I did look online, and it said like if it turns a yellow color, that it could be infected or whatever. And I was like, that was gonna be my next step. So I don't want you to think that I was like neglecting the fact that.
So you realize that he's got a burn. You do some treatment that you think is appropriate at the time, and then you tell yourself, you know, I'm going to do this follow up with him. Okay.
Right.
So then what happens after you take care of Gannon and make sure he's okay?
Honestly, I'm pacing the house, and I know there's two things I got to fix. You know, and when I tell you that Albert will freak out over things, I just want you to know that. So I want you to picture in my mind of how I'm like afraid to be like, okay, I got to fix these situations, and I need to fix them fast with the carpet and things like that.
Okay.
So number one, I was like, I need to fix the carpet, and number two, I need to figure out, you know, like assess, like I said, does Gannon need to go get like some burn cream or whatever. So I said, let's get dressed. We're gonna leave out. And I know she kept asking me about what was Gannon doing, what was he, whatever, blah 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 blah. So I'm gonna say this about getting back.
Okay.
So everyone has been like about this whole thing about camera footage and this happened because we didn't see this or didn't see this. So I'm very smart.
What do you mean, everyone?
So, like, my whole family is being harassed. My mom is being threatened to be killed. My daughter is being stalked. That's why it took me a while to get here, because I had to put some safety measures in for her own well-being.
Okay.
And my family from back home is being threatened. People are saying they're sending people after them.
Okay.
All those things. So,
And just that whole story about how, you know, she sent her daughter out with the key, take the dogs to daddy's car. What kind of a fucking parent is that? You take your kids and run outside. I don't know. Like, I don't know how old her daughter was, but I mean, if they're 12-year-olds, I would be like, yeah, take the key, get the dogs out of the house. But if they're young, like, what type of shit is that? I know Gannon seemed pretty young, too.
you know, there's always a world of people making situations and saying, let's be a good person, but then threaten someone else.
Okay.
And so being aware of that's what was going on. So in between all that and all these people were sending me like messages that people were saying and blah blah blah. I didn't respond to any of them. During all that, there was something along the lines of someone checked neighbors 2 doors down or something, camera footage, and never saw anyone do this or that. Like, I don't know, like specifics. But my point behind telling you that is, if this is what you guys, and I'm not saying this is what you're basing stuff on, if this is what you're basing stuff on, is like in this day and age, timelines, security, things like that, you will see on somebody's security, Gannon and I run to the car at 10 something that morning and we're returning at 2 something.
Okay.
So I remember specifically the truck, I pulled it right in front of the ring. And
Your ring?
Yes, but we don't have a subscription.
Okay.
But according to these neighbors who can see all the way to the truck every day,
Okay.
they should be able to show you during those time frames that.
See, and she's even trying to cover her steps that, yeah, you know, we went and we came back and this is what happened and somebody's going to confirm it. I'm sure of that, because if they don't, that's going to be weird, because I know I did that. You know what I mean? She's already trying to cover her tracks. So basically the carpet gets messed up. She has to get a repairman to come get the carpet. So that's why, and then they go to Petco, they do some other things. But basically the house is left and then they come back. And this is when the big, terrible thing happens. But in my mind, I'm thinking she's already pissed at Gannon for starting the fire. So she's kind of the one, you know what I mean? But she's not telling that part of the story. She's making this big, elaborate story. Let's continue.
We run in, we run out, he runs back in, or whatever.
Okay.
And then,
so you leave around 10 something, and then you get back around 2 something.
I feel like it was like 2:35, 2:25, 2 something.
Okay.
Because I knew I had to be back in time to do a couple things, and then I knew Lane would be coming there, I knew Harley would be getting off work, yada, yada, yada. So that was my whole thing. So, going on from there, Gannon goes inside, I think first. I don't want to misquote myself, but I'm pretty sure he ran in first, and I had the bags for Petco and all that stuff in my hand. Now,
Which store did you guys use?
We always go in through the garage if we like park like on the front part of the yard or things like that.
Sure.
So we go in through the garage.
Okay.
He goes in through the garage. I go in. I'm getting ready to put up the things, stuff like that. And this is where it got it. I made a mistake. This is it.
Okay.
So, as we got inside, I heard something, but I didn't think anything about it because I thought, you know, maybe Gannon was like doing something.
So her and Gannon get home and then something happens. But remember, I kind of skipped over a certain section where she gets a guy to come clean the carpet, basically fix the carpet, whatever, and she gives him the code to get into the house. Okay, sure, okay.
So we got the carpet from the guy in the construction area. Well, I didn't get it then. He said he was going to bring it to me. So I gave him the address, and this is where I messed up. I gave him the code.
The guy from the...
Yeah, it's all my fault. Because I gave him our code to fix the carpet.
Okay.
And I shouldn't have.
Okay.
And he...
He was inside. I noticed when I had like walked in and I saw our we have like a little bookshelf thingy. I keep my shades in there too, but we also have like our guns and stuff. I saw it was open, but in my mind I thought maybe I left my shades or whatever.
Your like sunglasses?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't think anything of it when I heard the noise, and I just started walking downstairs. But I didn't walk downstairs with like a gun or anything like that. So I started walking downstairs, and then when I walked downstairs, I hear something again. Well, at that point in time, Gannon was on the sofa, and I saw him, and I heard something again, and I walked on around to where so Gannon's room is here,
Okay.
and then there's a storage closet here.
Okay.
And I heard something, and so I walked to the storage closet to open the storage closet, and when I do, it's him. And he was standing in there, and he had on gloves.
In the storage closet?
Yes.
Okay.
He had one of the guns.
So, and he had one of the guns? Oh, wow. So this guy who's supposed to clean their carpet, she gives him the code to the house. Shitty parenting, by the way, right? And then what? You just forget that this is a random person that, like, it doesn't make any sense, bro. So the guy just breaks into the house and tries to attack you and take your kid. I don't know, y'all. You guys let me know. This is actually a crazy story that she's telling right now. No lawyer, no nothing. So they came to abduct the child. That's what I'm assuming.
And I was terrified.
Okay.
So terrified. And then he just knocked me down and like towards Gannon's room. And he was hitting on me. It was like hard, like on the ground. And he was trying to like me, and I told her. And I said, I have to tell you about this.
Okay.
And like,
So now she's a victim of grapes. You know what I mean? I'm using another word for it. But now she's a victim of that? Come on now. She is literally making herself the victim while her son is missing right now. You know, missing. Because some guy was hiding in the closet. Like, that's insane. That's insane.
From there on was like in a blur. Because I was trying so hard because Gannon had a table in his room, and I went back and hit my head on it. Just like with him. Gannon runs inside the room.
Mm-hmm.
And like tries to like, you know, be helpful, do something, whatever. And from there, it was kind of like a blur, everything else that was going on, because I was just like crying and I was freaking out. And I swear to God, I don't know what happened from there. I really don't know what had happened from there. I don't.
Okay.
I don't. And I'm just like, in the moment thinking, I had like these memories of like, wow. You know, like the thing was open, he had the gun, and I didn't remember what happened from there, and so.
But if you remember, when she called the police, the voice call, she just said her son didn't come home, and it's like 7 o'clock now, and it's getting late. So this is the story she's telling now, but the dispatch got just a random call, like, oh yeah, my son hasn't come back yet. Like, he's usually just not at the house and comes home on his own. Now all of a sudden she got knocked down by this big man, and everything just turned into a blur after that. And he tried to, you know, grab my lady parts, and it just went to a blur after that. That is, bro, that is insane.
I kind of like blacked out just a little bit, and so all these things are going through my mind as I'm blacked out. I don't know if like, I know he was like, when Gannon was like trying to get on him, I know he was like moving Gannon, and you know, like, and it was just all like, so like a cycle to me. And so I'm like out of it for a little bit, just for a little bit. And then from when the time I woke up, I say woke up, but like I kind of blacked out a little bit, and I immediately like freaked out. I was like, I couldn't find Gannon. Mm-hmm. I was like, the guy was still in the house. Lena was on the way. I didn't know where Gannon was at because I was calling for Gannon. I thought he was hiding. Like I legit thought he was hiding in like maybe the other closet that was on the other side, the other, you know,
this
whatever.
Is the most bullshit story I've ever heard. Maybe he was hiding. Ma'am, the last memory you have is getting the shit kicked out of you by a random someone in your utility closet who came to fix your carpet. The guy who had the code to fix your carpet. So you just thought Gannon was hiding. Okay, cool, fine. Maybe I'll think that for 10 seconds, and then I call his name. I don't see Gannon. Look in his room. I don't see Gannon. I check the whole house. Maybe I should call the police. But no, her motherly instinct said, nah, I'm sure he's hiding. Maybe he went to the neighbor's house. Maybe he went to his friend's house to just hang out there until this all blew over. She hated that man's son. I feel like she hated the idea that she had a stepson and that she had like double work. Like, oh, I already have a daughter. Now I have to deal with this kid. Like, you know what I mean? That's the vibe I get from her. With the fire, Gannon, she left the house, came back down for Gannon last. Like, who does that? You take two of the kids and go. I think she said she went upstairs to do some shit and then came back for Gannon. I was like, what? You're not like, bro.
I thought he was hiding.
Uh-huh.
I was so scared. So I run up the stairs because I hear that, I know it's like almost time for Lena, and I hear that the Ring app had like an alert for someone at the front door, but it could have been just like Amazon or something driving by because there was nobody at the front door. And then I run back downstairs because in my mind I was like thinking, where is Gannon? And I didn't want to leave and like run outside and scream and go crazy because I did not know where he was at the time. And everybody says to me, like, because I told Albert and them about it, and they're like, why didn't you like run go get help? And I didn't want to leave to go get help, and I was terrified because I know Albert would kill me because Gannon.
No, the mother instinct ain't instincting. You know what I mean? Like, God must have missed her on the mother instinct gene, because this is a load of bullshit that stinks and is stinking up this little interrogation room, or she just lost that mother instinct. And I think it's the first. She said that she didn't want to go get help because she was terrified. Man, any woman that has a kid, and I've seen something negative happen toward their kids, I see them go into complete, like, just kill instinct, bro. They're terrified. They're going to be running out there, lifting up cars, calling neighbors, screaming over to the neighbor. You get what I'm saying? Everybody's going to know something's wrong. And she's going to be on the phone with the police at the same time. Like, phone in hand, police on the line, screaming at all neighbors, destroying the house looking for them. This shit, I could smell. I'm not a trained professional in interrogation, and she's lying. Like, I can see it a million miles away. Imagine how these women feel. She's like, this woman over here, you probably can't see her because I have it cropped. She's like, you must think I'm a fucking dummy, don't you? You must think I'm a moron, don't you? That is crazy.
With there. Mm-hmm. So then when I get downstairs, he has the gun, and he has Gannon, and I'm sitting there like freaking out, like, okay, what do you want me to do? Blah blah blah. So Lena does make it to the door at this time, and then so I go upstairs because I know that he was like, don't say anything, because I didn't know if someone thought like he was a cop, or if someone heard something, or I didn't know anything. So my thought process was, if I say anything, Gannon's down here. I need to just be as cool as possible because we order things on Amazon like all the time, books and things like that. Mm-hmm. So it was Lena. So the reason I sent Lena away was because I wanted her to be safe too. So I sent Lena on a mission to go get like the mail. Lena, it never gets the mail. Nothing like that. I sent her on a mission to go get the mail.
Okay.
And so I just started making up random things for Lena to go do. And I looked at Lena and I said, she was standing there, I was like, just stay gone for a little while. Because I didn't want her coming back and then that's, like her in a stress, in the situation as we were too. So like in my mind, I think if I say anything, if I do anything, I just didn't know what to do. I was in complete panic. So I go back downstairs again and I'm like pleading and like talking and like all these things going on. Mm-hmm. Like, just back and forth with him, and why are you doing this? Why did you hurt us? Why are you doing these things?
Wait. Guys, this story it's a story to be heard. It's a story to be heard, guys. So apparently, this guy assaults her, takes Gannon. Now he has the gun and he has Gannon, and she's asking him basically for her kid back. We're hearing the same thing, right? This story is insane. So you commit a crime. I know they say you commit a crime and they usually come back to the crime scene, but not in the next 30 minutes, not in the next hour.
And then it just started being like a hustle and puzzle, like back and forth. And I don't even remember how it kept going for, like maybe I say 5 or 10 minutes, but I don't know if it was that long. And then he was like on top of me again. And then I kind of lied out again because he was hitting my head again.
Oh, really?
And then, yes, and then I was on the
Oh, really?
table that was inside, like in between there's a red and blue table in there.
Okay.
He like forced me in there again, and he was trying to do it again. And I was just like losing my mind, like completely, like Albert's sister was and so like in my mind I kept thinking Albert's gonna be like I'm nothing, and I shouldn't have been thinking about that. I shouldn't have been, but I was, and that was all I could keep thinking about, was like Albert was gonna be upset, Gannon's over here, Lena's coming, all these emotions are running through there. And then he was like, he asked me to give him a suitcase, and I gave him a brown suitcase, and then he hit me on the head again, it's like right here. He just kept like hitting me right there like that.
Okay.
And so then he did that, and then I blacked out again. I was having a panic attack. And then I don't know what happened from there. I really don't. I don't know. I just know that I did lie. I did. When they came, I did.
Yo, that is the craziest story I've ever heard in my life. So the carpet catches on fire. Gannon gets burnt. They leave the house. They come home. Guy is in house that she gave code to fix carpet. Guy fucks her up. Takes Gannon. Guy comes back the same day with Gannon to have a hostage negotiation. Then they tug and pull on Gannon for 5 to 10 minutes. And then he attacks her again. And then she blacks out again. Don't forget she blacked out the first time too. So her memory, we can't rely on it. She was blacking out. Come on, guys. She got hit across the head. She looks fine. I don't see any lumps in her head, but she blacked out, y'all. She got really hurt. She got attacked, That, like, do you think we're stupid? Like,
say, Gannon left, whatever, that.
Okay.
But he never did. He never left to go play. I just didn't know what to do, and I panicked in the moment, and I didn't want Albert to be like trying to hurt us because we kind of get in a lot of fights. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only reason that I made up the lie, is because I knew that I didn't want to face the consequences of trying to explain to him all that was going on, because he was saying to me, "You're trying to make this about you. This is not about you," and I knew all those things because I've lived in it. And I panicked, and I just told a story, and I was going to try to think of like, a plan. And I'm sorry that it might have delayed, like looking for Gannon. But I do not know where Gannon was. I do not know. I do not know his whereabouts from that point on.
But you just thought he may have gone to go play. So you waited to call the police a little bit later because, my stepmom is getting fucked up in this house over here, but I got away. So I'm just going to go play. Man, shit, y'all. That is crazy. So that was the real story because she was saying some bullshit. That was the real story, right? Now check this out. They apply some pressure to her. It's a whole long interview, but I just wanted to give you guys a little taste of what's going on right here. I mean, damn, she be telling these lies, bro. And it's like the lies are so see-through. But anyways, check this out. So she's felt the heat. It's been a little while since they've been grilling her. Now she want to go. And now they don't want to let her leave. Let's check this out.
Okay. She said that I could go.
Well, can you talk to me about what's
But you told me I could.
I know, but I left.
I understand
So we
that.
started and I left, and I just want to get the fill in. So I have a couple questions about Sunday, if you're okay filling that in. I know you're tired.
It was at this moment she realized she fucked up. You gave the craziest, most elaborate story ever, and you don't expect them to dig deeper? You don't expect them to have a few more questions? That is crazy. And let's keep in mind that there's ring cameras everywhere. You can't get away with some shit. There's a ring camera right outside my door. You can't get away with some shit. You can't get away with this stuff. And you told the most elaborate story. Bro came, left, and then came back. And nobody saw that? Like, yo. We have a few more questions, ma'am.
I'm tired. And
But-
you said that I could go. I just want to take a break. That's all I'm asking for.
Where do you want to
That means I want to
Do you
just
wanna
go rest. Like, she said I could drive myself to the hospital, so I just don't want.
What do we need to go to the hospital for?
Am I
Are you
able
okay?
to just go? I mean, what do you mean am I okay?
This is the first I'm hearing about a hospital. I mean, what's going on with that?
This is why I'm waiting, because I've already given
I-
her information that you guys can clearly like watch.
She keeps
and-
looking up at that camera. You know, she knows she fucked up. That she knows she messed up while giving that story. I know she knows she was messing up while giving the story, but it's just going, and you can't stop now. I know she knows she messed up.
and see, and you can know why I'm going to the hospital, because she wants to get DNA, like, or to have your body checked for DNA.
Were you when did that happen?
It happened on Monday.
On Monday? What?
I can't do this right now and go through it again. I can't.
I can't go through it again. I can't go through it again because I forgot the story already. Imagine telling all them lies and having to retell them that story. Yeah, it ain't gonna work out.
I can't.
So let me make sure that we've got everything lined up for a SANE exam. That's what she was talking about.
Yeah,
right?
she's gonna do that, and I'm gonna just take a break. I want to get food. Look at my lips; they're chapped. I haven't.
You want some food?
I know.
What do you want? What do you want to eat?
You want some food? You're staying here, mama. Nah, I think they're gonna let her go. But she's like, hey, we need to get to the bottom of this because you told us the craziest shit we've ever heard in our lives. And now you just want to go get some food? You're tired? Aren't you worried about Gannon? You want to go and get some food with your daughter? Like, aren't you worried about Gannon? You should. You're that hungry? I thought you would be sick to your stomach right now. Gannon is missing.
Said I could be escorted out.
Okay. Okay.
I promise you have my number. I haven't not.
You're done with all this?
Right. I haven't not communicated with you. I have been
Are you done with that coke?
nothing but. Can I not take it?
You can if you want.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if you were done with it. We recycling too. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I'm good.
Okay. Hang tight for me just real quick. Let me make sure that she doesn't have any other questions because
But
she finished up.
She just said
Okay,
I
I get that. I get that. Let me.
I like how they tell you could leave whenever you want, but you literally have to plead and beg to leave. But with that story, honestly, bro, I would make it kind of difficult to leave also. Like, hold on, ma'am. You told us the craziest story after you just called and said, "Oh, Gannon hasn't come home yet." But I forgot to mention the part that I got attacked twice, and Gannon was held hostage once. But no, he hasn't come home yet. Like,
Just let me double check with
But
her.
she said I could go. That she.
But she finished up the interview.
Are
I
you
don't know.
holding me here?
I'm not holding
Okay,
you.
so can someone walk me out?
You want to leave?
I will clearly ask.
well, can
you.
someone walk me out? You want to leave? No shit. She wants to leave.
Answer your questions. I just want to take a break. Like, I've literally followed all your.
Where do you want to go for your break?
I want to see my child. I want to get lunch with her.
Well, I'm more than happy to get you lunch or to bring your daughter here or whatever needs to happen. I'm not saying that you can't leave, but I would like to finish up this conversation with you. There's a couple of questions about Sunday that I have, and this is the first time that I'm hearing that you're sexual.
Are you
So
just saying that right?
that
there
would
with the
be,
people?
well, you came towards the door, so I opened the door. If you would like to have the conversation in the room, we can. It's up to you.
No, I really don't think it's up to her because what the fuck? She said she wants to leave 50 times already. Like, what are you talking about? I mean, it's up to you. You're literally blocking me from leaving.
I missed out on a bunch, so
Can I am I please able to just go get a drink and chill out?
Yeah, we can just sit and drink. Where do you want to go?
So, am I not allowed to? I'm clearly asking the question.
Well, I'm trying. So, I guess our communication isn't the greatest at this point in time. Are you wanting to leave the office to go get something to drink?
Right. Yes. I just.
Okay.
I clearly have. You have my number. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not gonna not answer you or anything. You need me to answer you.
My name's Manuel. How are you? Good. Good. So let me talk to you. So
I understand. I just want to get directions.
I get it. And so once again, we're back in the interview room.
Okay.
We're on camera. Mitch Maholko, Lieutenant with the Investigation Section.
Okay.
Okay. So at this point in time, what we had just discussed outside, and tell me if I'm wrong, is that you decided that you wish to leave, and that there's no problem with that. I asked if
You didn't ask. You took.
okay, so
You took.
understood.
Okay.
So at that point in time, you relinquished the phone to me. I
didn't relinquish the phone. You took it.
Listen, man. I
Okay.
took the phone.
Okay.
And I told
Wow,
you that
they're
we were
really-
applying for a search warrant. Is
Okay.
that
You
correct?
said applying.
Wow, they're really finessing though. He was like, and you released the phone over to me. Like, no, you took it. You took. Now listen, this woman's a piece of shit. She should go below the jail. But that shit is. Can you do that, bro? He took the phone. And then he was like, and you gave the phone to me. No, you took it. Well, yeah, you released the phone. No, you took it. Okay. I took the phone. Like, what is going on? I don't like that.
You relinquished the phone to me.
I didn't relinquish the phone. You took it.
Listen, man. I
Okay.
took the phone.
Okay.
And I told you that we would be applying for a search warrant. Is
Okay.
that
You said
correct?
applying.
That's correct.
Sir, I'm not going anywhere. I
Okay.
literally just need directions. I mean, I have family numbers in there I don't have.
Understood. So at this point, we're going to be applying for a search warrant. Is that understood?
Okay, I'm gonna ask you one favor. You let me find out, or you show me something that you can legally take my phone and you don't have a search warrant yet. Can you
Understood.
show me that, please?
Understood.
Can you show me that?
Yeah.
Can you show me that?
And we're being video
I
recorded.
understand, but could you show me that, sir? Because that feels like that's kind of a little unconstitutional.
And if that's the case, that can be something that you can bring up.
No, that sounds
So at this point,
unconstitutional.
we're going to go ahead and hold on to this phone.
No,
okay?
that's unconstitutional. Okay.
All right, well, the fact that he did that, wow, they really make you feel like you're good to go, and then you're just fucking not. Listen, guys, detectives, police officers, they lie. That's what they do for a living. If they tell you otherwise, they're lying to you, and they're doing a really good job if you believe it. That's crazy. You're free to go. No, you're fucking not. We're gonna shit. Anyways, people, that was the Leticia Stauch interview. It was tense, man. And shit, I'm telling you, that was a hot room right there. That was a hot room because the amount of bullshit she was spewing out them lips was insane. But let me know if you guys want me to continue this case. It's shit. Like I said, I only did one video on this before, but it's a lot of little crevices and cracks and crannies that we have not uncovered. But anyways, people, I'll see you in the next one. Stay inside, stay safe, stay beautiful, stay handsome. I love you guys, man. You guys are awesome. I'm out of here. Bullshit.